Hi, this is Stephanie Bolton with Healing Sounds Music Therapy, and today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about anxiety and some of the symptoms and how music therapy might be able to help you. So, according to some recent statistics, anxiety affects about 40 million adults in the United States, um, and that makes it the most common mental health problem. And another interesting fact is that if anxiety affects women, about twice as likely as it affects men. So, for you ladies out there, this is especially important for you to know. Now, we all experience anxiety and stress. It's a normal part of our lives. So, you might, for example, feel anxious if you've got a problem at work, or if you're coming up for like a work evaluation, a performance review, if you've got to make a really important decision in your life. We all feel those feelings of anxiety at those times, and that's perfectly normal. An anxiety disorder involves more than just those situational anxiety experiences, those times where it's tied to a specific situation or event. Anxiety disorders are much more broad, they're more far reaching than just your problem at work this week. An anxiety disorder is when those feelings start to interfere with your daily activities. So it gets in the way of you being able to do a good job at work, or you're unable to complete your schoolwork, for example, or it starts to interfere in your relationships with your family and your friends. So that's when normal anxiety sort of overreaches and becomes an anxiety disorder. So some of the most common disorders are panic disorder, and that comes on you real suddenly, and you feel terror, and you don't have any kind of warning for it. Another kind of anxiety disorder is social anxiety disorder, and that involves feeling increasingly worried or self-conscious in everyday social situations. So when you go out grocery shopping, or if you're going to a meeting at work, or if you're going to happy hour after work, then you start to feel really anxious in those kinds of situations, and you fear being judged by the other people who are there, or that you might behave in a way that's inappropriate or it might cause you some embarrassment. So that starts to inhibit how often you engage in some of those social interactions. You might also have a generalized anxiety disorder, and that's when it's nothing specific. So it's not just limited to a social situation like social anxiety disorder is, but it's more generalized in that you can't put your finger on exactly what it is that causes your anxiety. You just feel anxious kind of all the time, everywhere, in most situations. And it's just that underlying sense of feeling worried all the time. So those are some of the main primary kinds of anxiety disorders. And music therapy helps or can help those kinds of situations, as it can provide people suffering with anxiety a way to explore their personal feelings about the anxious situations, or just what that anxiety means for them. It can help them work through some therapeutic issues and work on their self-esteem, work on their ability to have insight about what's going on and what the anxiety indicates for them. Music therapy can help them make positive changes in their mood and their overall emotional state. Some of the tools and the techniques that we can learn in music therapy can give the client a sense of control over their life. So, for an example, I might teach a client of mine an imagery kind of script or visualization script for relaxation to use specifically during those times when they know they're going to be entering an anxiety-provoking situation. And so we can practice that together, and then when they go to that social event or that birthday party or that performance review at work, they have a tool that they have practiced and they know that it's effective and they know it works, and that gives them a sense of empowerment that, hey, I've got something that I can do over this, and the anxiety is not going to ruin my afternoon or ruin this event for me. So it gives them a sense of empowerment and control. Um, Music therapy can also act as a way for people to express themselves, both verbally and through music. So, in a nonverbal way, they can have that sense of self expression related to their anxiety. We can work on developing some coping and relaxation skills using music and imagery techniques. And music can also serve to help people adopt a positive behavior. So if they've fallen into maybe some maladaptive or some dysfunctional behaviors related to their anxiety, then we can use music and music therapy to change some of those behaviors and learn new ones and implement them in new and different ways that might be more effective as coping tools and as ways to manage their anxiety. So that's a whole lot of information. I hope that you have found it useful and helpful. If you have any questions, you can always send me an email, give me a call. If you have comments or other ways that you think music could help with anxiety, I'd love to see the comments in the comment section. So go ahead and post them, and hopefully you found this useful. Let me know what you think, and have a terrific day. Thanks.